All right, it's Friday, January 23rd, and we have a century storm coming. At least that's what I'm calling it. I don't know if that's really what it is.
The winter storm that you've been hearing about all week is arriving today, and it's now far more significant than originally anticipated.
Today is the final day of preparation, and we are at an RV park. So we're going to go around and find out what are some of the things we need to do to prepare for what's about to come. As you can tell, it's already looking pretty nasty out. The front's supposed to come around 6 o'clock tonight, I believe.
And it's going to rapidly increase later today.
But first, let's take a stop at the Texan RV Park and see what they're doing. Are you trying to find a generator?
Yes.
Have you found any?
Right now, Harbor Freight in
Tyler
has 7.
They have 7
Yeah.
left?
That's it. We were looking for a 2,000 watt, and all they have left is a 5,000.
All right, so we also have all the tiny homes here. These are rented out for students. And if the power goes out, at least they have thicker walls, thicker insulation. They're all skirted, so they should be okay there. It's the RVs that we're more worried about. When you look at an RV like that, a lot of times you would consider that Class C a 4-season. You can tell because the water lines and the sewage lines come up from the bottom, so it's in a sealed cabinet. The underbelly is insulated and it's got protections, right? Well, when you look at something like this Go Play over here, this is more of a seasonal type RV. You know, it's basically aluminum with a little bit of insulation and wood. One of the things that you'll notice in a 4-season is your propane tanks are inside, right? Propane tanks being outside in the extreme cold is going to make it hard for these to produce the amount of propane needed to run your furnace. So having these covered is going to be really important. But back when we were full-time, ours were inside a cabinet. This makes it hard. That's great for when it's warm out and you want to go camping. This is nice, but you've got your water filter and your water. Now, good thing is he's got a heated hose, right? Heated hose, perfect. This is not heated. This is going to freeze up. Take this, put this right into your outlet, your inlet. Just 86 this until the freeze is over, because this is great. Having a heated hose is going to keep the water from freezing, but this is not heated. All of this is on the bottom of the RV. There's no insulation, it's just exposed. So your tanks could possibly freeze. So if I were this person, I would definitely empty the tanks out, try not to use them, use the local facilities here. Is you just don't want a super full tank and it become a block of ice and then crack the tank. A lot of Class C's and a lot of Class A's, they come with generators most of the time. Some fifth wheels come with a generator, but if the power goes out, at least you have a generator. And the nice thing about a drivable is it runs off the gas tank. All right, we are at the Texan RV Park and we have Johnny here. Johnny, what do you do here?
I'm the assistant manager for the Texan RV Park.
All right, so what are we doing to prepare for our students, our campers?
So normally we have everybody coming in on Sundays, but because of the weather, we called everybody and said, hey, you can come in yesterday, today, probably not tomorrow, but and we're just not charging them for those days.
Oh, just getting them here so they can get here safe. And
prepared so they don't drive in the ice, try to drive in the ice. And then we are going to be dripping all of the spigots for everybody in the park. And,
so we're going to be making some beautiful ice sculptures?
Pyramids,
yeah,
usually on the spigots. And we just tell everybody to be wary of it and to drip the faucets if all the cabins or tiny homes are occupied.
All right, what happens if we lose power?
We hopefully, so this time we're going to be putting a generator in the clubhouse. If people don't have generators or propane to keep themselves warm, they could always go in there and warm up.
Nice.
They can even stay in there if they need to, just for safety purposes, because it's going to be really
Bring
cold.
a sleeping bag, yeah.
Correct. Otherwise, we just tell everybody to get prepared and be wary of it. It's going to happen probably, and so everybody so far has been good. We've sent out emails. I'm going to have 6 arrivals today, so I'm going to check them in and send out that notice again so that they know what to do when they get here.
All right, very good. We appreciate it, Johnny.
Absolutely.
Thanks for preparing and trying to keep
We're
everyone
gonna try to
safe.
stay warm. Thanks to
Yeah, we're not going to, but we're going to try.
We're going to
Yeah.
do our best.
But actually, if you come on in, you can see there's multiple ways to stay warm. One is coming in here. Goodness, it's like an oven. But we have jackets and hoodies. Actually, we're kind of low on hoodies, huh? Where are they?
Hoodies are over in the corner.
Oh yeah, there we go. So if you do come here, get yourself a hoodie. You sound like the gas monkey guy. Get you some of that. Get you some hoodies.
Get you some.
We're going to get a ton of precipitation, a ton of freezing, and then Monday, it's not going to get above freezing, so we're just going to have all this ice everywhere. All right. Good morning. How you doing?
How are you?
Raymond, this is one of our TAs.
All right.
Raymond, what are you doing to prepare for this storm?
Make sure I got plenty of propane. Make sure that I got my generator fueled up. I got about 10 gallons of fuel stored aside. Several propane bottles set aside above and beyond what I have on my rig. And we fueled all of our vehicles.
Yeah, we talked about propane and how fast an RV will burn through it when it gets this cold. So a normal size, what, a 40-gallon tank? How fast do you think you'd run through that when it's 10 degrees outside?
It's all going to be dependent on how you set your temperatures. So,
Say I want to be in shorts. Probably last about 2 days.
if you're lucky.
There you have it. So think about that, what temperature you're setting at. So what temperature are you going to set your thermostat at?
I set mine at 62. I've got an electric fireplace and then I've got a space heater. So I try to run off the electricity before I start using my propane.
All right, but we also have to be careful that the propane is heating the underbelly where all your pipes are, right? So
That's correct.
a good mix of in between, electric heater, and we're running the furnace because that's what keeps your pipes from bursting if you have a four-season. So what tips do you have for preparing for a freeze? If you're out here in the park, we're going to try to get this out tonight so our students can watch it. What would you tell them to do?
If they don't already have their doors covered, right, with some type of insulation blanket, put a heavy blanket on the door to keep the cold from coming in. Do the same thing on your windows. If they have really good blinds, make sure that they're down and they're covered. If they don't, make sure that they put blankets over their windows to keep the cool air out. Same thing on the ground. Wherever there's cracks that are coming up, you look like you're falling asleep.
I'm not.
Are you sure?
Well, maybe a little.
Oh, I'm so sorry that I'm boring.
No, you're not boring at all. I'm loving the get up though. Yeah, it's awesome. Oh, this is definitely staying in. What about like opening cabinets? Is that, because we do that in the tiny homes, should we open the cabinets to where there's plumbing?
So it just depends. Yes, you want to, but sometimes some of us have pets and pets like to get underneath there. So if they do, just put something like something to keep the pets from coming out, from going underneath.
All right, so if we come in here, there's 3 classrooms here. Right now they're working on exteriors, refrigerators, and I believe air conditioning, all advanced classes. So I wanted to talk to instructors, but as you can see in here, they're instructing. They're doing what they're good at, especially Terry. But you know what's going to be okay? Ducks. So that water is at least 40 degrees. And they're just in there like it's bath water. Geese normally migrate, right? But no, when you come to the Texan RV Park, it's like Hotel California for geese. You come, but you never leave because they feed them. And so these geese have been here for years. They just don't fly away. If you want to come see the geese, we have tickets for sale. You can come walk with the geese. Hey guys, can you imagine if I got attacked? A lot of people say that we're freaking out, we're over-exaggerating the situation, but the problem is we lived through 2021. Well, we didn't have power for a week. Sometimes it was weeks, especially in Dallas. People's pipes burst and just ruined their house. So we lived through all that. So when they say this is going to be as bad, if not worse than 2021, yeah, we're going to take it a little bit serious. That's a lot of ice. We're heading to go see Brenda, but right over there, if you pan over there, I know it's going to be bumpy because we're walking quick. We got to get to Brenda before they go back in class. The clubhouse is over there. It's got 4 showers. It's got a large facility with a kitchen, and then there's a laundry room as well. And so that's going to have a generator, and people can go there. So the majority of the campers are around that area. So most of the premier spots will head to Big Red. These guys will probably come over here. Now there is a back lot, which those guys will have a little bit farther of a journey, but they'll make it to here if the power goes out. And they can bring their sleeping bags and camp out because they're already camping. They're just extra camping. Are you guys prepared? Is everybody prepared?
Yes.
So what'd you do?
I bought gas for my generator, filled my propane tanks, filled the freshwater tank, so
Do you have a 4-season rig?
yes.
Oh, so you're living the dream. All right, anybody here does not have a 4-season rig? What are you doing?
Just heating the underbelly.
How you doing that?
Doing that with a small space heater. And then I'm going to try to wrap the outside with like a tarping material.
That's
to
smart.
act as a windbreak, and that way to try to contain some of that heat. And I do have like a corrugated underbelly, but it's not doing much for insulation.
Brenda has been known to be the best instructor here at the school.
Oh, thank you.
That's
Yes, this is true.
At least that's what she's told me. Brenda, what are some tips for people who are about to experience probably some of the coldest weather they've ever had in an RV?
So if they, obviously, if they're coming from a state where they've never winterized before or done any research on it, listen to the instructors and other people that are experienced and will help you get ready as far as protecting your water lines, keeping that furnace running. You don't wait till the last minute to get propane and fuel for the generator or for running your forced air furnace and your water heater. We have some people here that I think got some warmers for the hose themselves and to keep the lines at the spigot warm. A lot of people come to Texas thinking it's going to be super duper warm here, and we usually get one event like this per winter, and it teaches people a lot out there in the field about their RVs. So,
Well, you remember 2021. That was
yes,
fun.
Snowmageddon.
Yeah.
That was, and that lasted a while. And you know, when you're in an RV park, we're kind of one of the first ones to lose power, and it stays gone for a few days. So we're all going to band together, and we can survive it. I know we can. And by the way, the school will be open.
Yes.
Class
yeah.
will continue. We don't.
Yeah, we don't close school. Now, we do have a generator in the clubhouse, and we're going to have one in Big Red. So if you do lose power, well, we all lost power. If you lose power, there'll be places where you can go warm up, bring a sleeping bag, and veg out. So thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank
my
you guys for
pleasure.
taking the time out. Are you guys learning a lot? You having fun?
That's right.
Awesome.
They
All
get to do an inspection in this weather next
right.
week.
Lucky you. All right. So that's pretty much it. So there are your tips for staying warm. Now you know how important it is for the school to take care of their students, because we do not close down for anything. Everyone's going to be safe. Everyone's going to be okay. And I hope you are okay and you make it through the storm unscathed. And everybody just pray. And I think it'll be all right. Have a good one.